Today we're talking bedroom styling. It's arguably one of the rooms in the home that you spend the most time in. When it comes to styling your bedroom, we have to strike the perfect balance between beauty, but also comfort. So let's get going. First step is to place all your major furniture items. We place the nightstands, the bed, and also these dressers. These are fine, but they're just not my favorite. They were inherited. What I don't like about them is two things. One, they're lackluster. They're not inspiring. And two, they're two pieces of furniture pushed together as one. So I wanna work with them. They're still fine. They're still good for the space, but I'm going to customize them. So I made two calls. One was to Galleria of Stone to pick the perfect slab of marble, and two was to Latitude Countertops to come up with a design plan. So this is what we came up with. This is the stone that we'll be getting. I picked the exact areas of stone I want them to cut. So what I'm doing is adding the beautiful marble to the top of this dresser, but also mitering the edges and bringing it down the side for this waterfall finish. So Galleria of Stone has this perfect treatment that they put on. It's called Zero Care Plus to make sure that all the stone is perfectly durable and beautiful. Next up, let's talk rugs. It's such an important piece in the bedroom because it adds that layer of comfort, but it also grounds the space. When you are choosing the size rug, make sure at a minimum it comes 24 inches on either side of the bed and at the foot of the bed. In this case, I pulled it out quite a bit because we are going to utilize the square footage here at the foot of the bed with a sofa. I always think it's such a good idea to add some additional furniture pieces to the bedroom other than the bed. So here we actually added this beautiful love seat. It's from Home Societe. This actually allows us to utilize that square footage, and it creates a lounge space, so it adds to the versatility of the bedroom. I love it. I think it's such an important thing in a bedroom to have different sources of light. So we have our overhead lights with the pot lights, but then we also have ambient lights now with these lamps. When you're choosing a lamp, it's important that it's 1/3 the size of the nightstand. Also, these are big enough that it can actually make a statement next to this big king-size bed, but not too big that that's all you see when you walk into the room. So these are perfect. Love the color from HomeSense. When you have two walls to fill in the bedroom, I'd always mix media. So here we went with an abstract from HomeSense. It's nice, big in size, so it fills the area above the bed. And over there, we're gonna do a black and white photograph. This allows everything to still feel super interesting, but have all the walls filled. I will say in the bedroom, I like to go very minimal. So I like just a few fresh cut flowers. Always remember the rule of threes, a little bit of extra art, and that's it. In the corner, I did a beautiful live plant. This is from Valley View Gardens. It gives that perfect height to that room and that pop of green. Next step is window treatments. I added drapery panels on either side to give some softness, and then I also added some motorized blinds that are blackout that will be perfect for a good night's sleep. When it comes to sheets, I always go neutral. A nice fresh pair of white sheets, you can't go wrong. Make sure you're getting quality sheeting as well. All this bedding is from HomeSense, and then I want to do just 3 simple decorative pillows along the front. Can't forget a karate chop. Lastly, we're gonna add this beautiful throw for some texture to the end. It also gives us a little bit of color. And that's it. That's this bedroom styled.
You've been styled by VT. Please welcome Victoria Tonelli, who joins me now. I just kind of want to take a nap.
Yes.
That looks so luxe. So your bedroom looks lovely. It's definitely calm. It's relaxing. It's beautiful. But I got to talk about that dresser.
I know. It was
so
good.
those two mom dressers, you know, stuck side by side.
Yep.
I've got that in my place.
I
what
feel like
you did is elevated it.
Totally. I feel like so many people have those big box pieces of furniture that are still fine. Like there's no reason to throw them out, but customizing it I think is such a great idea. So we got the fabrication done by Latitude, but they actually have a remnant program. So if you have like a small side table or a small coffee table, they have these pieces that are half the price of what they would normally be, and you can utilize them to update those smaller pieces. And then I use Galleria of Stone, so that stone is just so beautiful. I wanted real stone, but I wanted it to be durable, so they have this particular treatment that they put on the stone, so it's like etch-free, it's not affected by UV light, all that stuff. So it turned out very, nicely, if I could toot my own horn.
Yeah, no, very nicely as they're shaving the sides and giving it that nice round surface, like absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're going to show us how we can make our bed look super luxurious. You need to take this space seriously.
You do.
We've not done our primary bedroom. Like the whole house is lovely, and then we're living in a dump.
I'm going to help
you.
We're
sleeping in the dump because a lot of people do that because no one's looking at the primary bedroom, right? But it should be good for you.
And you spend so much time in there.
You spend so much time in there, and you've got to have a good sleep. So you say it all starts at the headboard.
Yes. So today I'm going to give you all the ingredients and the recipe for the perfectly made bed, and it all starts with the headboard.
So good.
I will say 9 times out of 10, I want you to go with an upholstered headboard.
Okay.
And I say that because it adds to the structural support of the bed, and it adds automatically that layer of comfort.
Yeah.
So this one's from Home Societe. I picked it because it was actually nice and high in terms of height.
Yes.
Because it automatically feels regal. Doesn't it?
Generous.
When we come in, yes, very generous. And then it adds that layer of comfort when you're leaning back on it.
Okay.
So that's step 1 always.
If your hair is dirty, you put on your bonnet before you sleep in this bed.
Or pillows.
Or
we can
pillows.
protect
So
with
many,
pillows.
a wall of pillows. You're not getting a hair grease on this.
Yes, that is important.
Okay, so we have the headboard figured out. We got to talk sheets.
We do.
mean, you're very serious about your sheets.
Very serious.
Yeah, you got
I
some
think
rules.
it's very important. So when it comes to sheets, you spend so much time in your sheets.
Yes.
And they're in direct contact with your body. So I really want you to invest in good quality sheets. Now, when you are buying sheets, I want you to read your labels.
Okay.
And so there's a few things that I want you to look for. One is the material. I want the material to be 100% cotton. Egyptian cotton is usually the best in the world, so look for that if you can find it. If not, American Pima cotton is also excellent.
Okay.
And the next thing is where it's milled. So Italian mills are known to be really great, but anywhere else in Europe, so Portugal, Switzerland, all those places, you're likely going to get really good quality sheets.
Okay.
And lastly is thread count. Now,
people really get hung up on this thread count thing.
They do.
What are we looking for?
They do. Always above 200, that's for sure. But beyond that, it's actually personal preference. So it's a myth that if you have a really high thread count, that you have really good quality sheets, which is not the case. The higher the thread count, the softer the sheet. The lower the thread count, it's going to be more crisp, which some people actually like those nice crisp percale sheets, for example.
Yes.
So never look at thread count in isolation. High thread count with really low quality fabric is no good.
That's going to be crappy.
Caca.
You don't like it? It's going to be caca.
Yeah.
As VT likes
No
to
good.
say.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've looked at the label.
Yes.
We've picked out the good sheets.
Okay.
What else do we need to think about in our luxurious bed?
Next one is a coverlet. This seems to be controversial. Everyone here was shocked when I said this, but I like to add this mid-layer to the bed.
Okay.
So this adds this beautiful texture. We can kind of lift it up. It adds this beautiful texture, but it also adds some warmth to the bed.
Yes.
And it finishes it off. What I like to do is I like to put my top sheet folded over.
Yeah.
So I still have this perfect border up top.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get our famous spatula.
Yes.
Not
Does
for what you
anybody
think.
remember the spatula? We're not spanking here.
We are not spanking.
We're using this
but we
for
are
the
tucking.
sheets.
We're tucking.
We're gonna tuck.
So you literally get your spatula and just really tuck in your fabric. Now, a few people last time I did this on the show was like, why don't you just do this with your hands? But
tell them why we don't do this
they
with our
don't
hands.
understand. Let's get a close-up of these nails. Like, no, these nails are coming off if I do this with my hands.
They
So
sure
a spatula
are.
is way better. And it gives you that perfectly tucked hotel bed.
Yes, and let me tell you, if you're wearing the press-ons like I am,
Yes.
you will take your hands out and you'll only have a pinky.
Save
okay?
the press-ons.
Yes,
we have to save the
press-ons
press-ons.
and use a spatula. I think it's genius.
And then
Now where
next
are
up,
we gonna
we'll
go?
talk pillows. So your sleeper pillows we'll
Okay.
talk first. So
All
this is
right.
where you lay your head every night.
Yes.
I always say go for down when it goes for your filling,
Yeah.
because that can adapt the best to your body temperature.
Oh, that's nice.
So it keeps you cooler in
Yeah.
the summer months and warmer in the winter months.
Okay.
When it comes to the sham to go on these pillows, I love a back envelope. It
Yep.
really keeps everything clean instead of that floppy flange, you know, that
Yes.
the other pillowcases have. This is nice and clean.
Tucks it in.
Yes, and then in terms of placement, put this right against your headboard.
Okay, so let's talk about what we're looking for in terms of firmness if you're sleeping on your pillows.
Yes, okay, so if you are sleeping on your stomach,
Yeah.
you want a soft pillow.
Okay.
If you're sleeping on your back, you want medium firm.
Yes.
And if you're sleeping on your side, you want firm.
Which one are you?
I'm like all over the place, but probably stomach.
I'm
doing
like stomach,
somersaults.
leg up.
Yes, actually,
So,
yes.
Right, like
Yes.
stomach, but so I need
Very
it to be
aligned.
not too high.
Yes.
And then I'm definitely
So
not doing
soft.
2 pillows. Are you doing 2 pillows?
I like just to hug one of them or like do some like just like as extra support, and then I
that's
always
sweet.
lie down on the one, or you can protect your headboard from the hair.
That's what I do. So
could
this
do
one
that
goes
situation.
here, and this one I lay on this one. So
Yes.
it's like just enough, and
Yes.
then my head is nice and comfy.
And I
again.
like when there's 4. I just feel like it makes the bed feel more complete.
Me too.
You know?
I love
Okay.
it. Okay, so we've got our pillows sorted. Are we going to do
Yes.
more pillow stuff, or are we going to go to the duvet?
We're gonna go to the duvet.
Let's do it. Let's talk a little bit about putting the duvet in the duvet cover. I
Yes.
talked to the audience a little bit. They understand the sweat involved, the aggressive act of putting a duvet in a duvet cover, like you've done your workout for the day.
For sure. So I always say this, like, when I start to put the duvet in the duvet cover, I become animalistic. Like, I'm on the bed, I'm convulsing, like, and I was like, I'm coming on TV, I can't do that on
can't do
television, or they're
that.
never gonna have me back. So I said, okay, let me go. I went on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I found something called the burrito technique.
The burrito.
Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of this
Okay.
until you mentioned it.
Okay, so I taught myself this yesterday, so we'll see if it actually works.
Okay.
There's a few things you have to start off with. Inside out duvet cover,
Okay.
flat down on the mattress or whatever, just a little bit elevated here with the pillows.
Yep.
The duvet cover on top,
Okay.
and then there's an opening. The opening for the duvet cover has to be on the bottom,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
So now we're gonna start creating a little burrito, and we are going to roll in the duvet cover
Okay.
and the duvet. We'll see if this works.
Is this like, have you ever tried doing it by yourself?
You
or do I
can.
need to call my husband for
All
this?
the videos are actually with someone doing it alone. I'm very happy to have your help right now, though.
Yeah, no,
but
for sure.
I feel like you could. So now, when you're at the end, this is the most tricky part. So
Okay.
you have your opening.
Yes.
You're gonna stick your hand
Yeah.
inside the opening. You got it? Are you in the
This
opening?
way? Oh, wait.
You gotta go in, in the
okay.
opening.
I almost ruined everything.
And then you're
Okay.
grabbing your burrito and you're flipping it over.
Did I do that? Oh, yes, I think I did.
I think you did. And then just grab this
Yes.
part.
There we
And then
go.
we're rolling it out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So, at the very least, you look way more civilized doing it this way, I would
Yes.
say. But look, it's actually perfectly distributed, and you don't have to
Yes.
get up on your bed.
I have no upper lip sweat.
I know, it's good.
Like, that's a big deal. That's an accomplishment.
So that's tip number 1. The next is the fold.
Okay, now
so
what are
we're
we
gonna
doing?
fold forward
Yeah.
once,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do a half fold back.
Okay.
And then let's just lift the whole thing
I
forward
like
a little
that.
bit. And
That's
it gives your bed a
beautiful.
little bit of volume.
Yeah.
In real life, we would have to, bustle
Spatula
this all
that?
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get the gist?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's
I'm still
very
sweating a
good.
little.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But way better than what it would be,
Yes,
right? Us
totally.
on all fours and like shoving it in
Totally.
those
It's not
corners.
pretty. It's not
It's not pretty.
Next up, we'll talk the throw.
Yes, let's talk throw.
So the throw is at the end of the bed. I wanted to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of color.
Yeah.
When it comes to the size of the throw, try and get a throw that's the same size as your bed.
Yes,
So
okay.
a king size blanket or a queen size blanket, as opposed to the throw that you just throw on your
Throw.
bed and hope for the best.
You don't like that.
It looks too messy to me. I
Yeah.
like linear. So if
Let's
we
get
put this
precise.
one on the bottom of the bed, kind
Yeah.
of right under our volume of the duvet.
Nice.
That's
Does
perfect.
it take you like 45 to 50 minutes to get out of your bedroom in the morning?
Yes, because it's so nice and luxurious. I love getting into bed every night. I enjoy it very much.
We got to go to break, but
Okay.
I want you to throw your beautiful decorative pillows on so we can complete the
You have
look.
2 over
Oh,
there.
that's right. I've got some work to do too. It'll always be the place that you're going to every night and hopefully the place that you're spending the most time.
Yes.
So you got to treat yourself when
do.
it comes to the bedroom. Give them a nice little
Karate chop, very
Ha!
important.
And now let's go to break. We have more coming up, everybody. Stay with us.
That's very nice. I'm so